Test, test, test. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Let me know how we sounding. Let me know how we sounding. Got a few setups we're looking at right here. So I want to see if we can hold this over right here. Yeah, I like this. Give me 1 second. What's going on, yo? What's going on? Give me 1 second. I'm typing some stuff here. Yeah, so US30 can hold this over at support. I like this setup. We're going to be looking for buys. If we can hold and maintain 46,450 as support, we're going to look for buys going to 46,580. NAS100, we're going to look for a similar buy setup as well. If we can hold 24,750 as support, we're going to look for buys going to 24,830. I'm going to do the NQ. I'm going to pull up NQ and YM as well. But again, this is what we was talking about yesterday, right? We was talking about, well, also in the Sunday chart analysis, we broke back above here. We're going to look for buys. But if y'all was on the live stream yesterday, NAS100, when as projected, retested this level multiple times and did the drop, and then 930 did the drop we was looking for, as well as US30 and 930 did the drop we was looking for as well. But obviously, after the drop, we had the reversal. Now we're back into bullish momentum, which is why we're going for buys right now on US30. Right, we're also going to be looking for GU sales. If we can break down below 33.40 and hold that as resistance, we're going to be looking for sales going down to 33.15. So we got a few setups we're looking at. GJ, I'm not messing with GJ today. It's still in reversal territory. So I'm just going to let it do its thing. I'm mainly just going to pay attention to US30 NAS and GU today. All right, gold is at all-time highs again. So I'm not going to really trade that, but we got a nice setup on gold yesterday. Just hold that thought, though. I got to type up these signals for the members. So give me 1 second. All right, we're in profit right here. We just hit TP1. My bad, y'all. I have to be quiet because, like I said, I got a lot of futures traders now. Shout out to all the futures traders, but we got a lot more than we did before. So I got to type up prices for the futures people as well because the futures prices is a little bit um, off compared to forex. All right, cool. All right, so we're in profit in this position right here. So let's see what it's doing. The NAS is pushing also. So again, NQ, US30 YM, other good stuff. So let me pull up NQ and YM so y'all can see what we're looking at. And for NQ, I got a little bit different levels. I'm gonna be with NAS100. All right, but you also see the market short is kind of similar. It's a little bit late to the party. As you can see, it's starting to do the push now versus NAS100 is already pushing from the spot. And you all see the price is a little bit off as well, but the market structure is still the same. It's just a little bit delayed to the push compared to the forex side. Right? So you see it's starting to now just do the push. But I like this setup right here. Setup right here. Going to be looking for some more GU sells as well, especially because we maintain 3370 as resistance. That would have been a nice sell to go for. But as you see, it already rejected prior to London session. The London session did a drop. So again, we don't chase price. We're just going to go for the next best thing. If we can break back down below 34 and 33.40, hold as resistance, we look for sales going back into 33.15 again. Now we do not have any news to that. Right? We have no high impact news to that. So we're simply just going to be waiting for volume and our confirmations to be made. So we just hit TV1 on US30. See what this next 5 minute looks like for us. Gold, I'm gonna leave gold alone. That's just some retracements. Again, if y'all was in yesterday's live stream, gold did the same move twice and did the move we was looking for. The London session was in the trade for like an hour. And then New York Open, well not New York Open 9:30, price did the same move twice, right? And if y'all was in the TikTok live yesterday, you know we was in this position, went right back to the all-time highs. As you can see, I closed before all-time highs, to be honest. And then you see here price retest. I'm telling you that gold's been moving during Tokyo session lately with this retest right before 9 o'clock, then took off again. So gold not gonna really mess with if we see some retracements just like yesterday. Well, I should say Monday. Monday, gold took off. We didn't trade gold, but then yesterday gold retraced. Right, and we went for the buy side, right? So again, just continue to go for buys if they're in all-time highs. Not overcome. So we got another retest going on here. I mean, this is an early buy. I do like this buy setup though, especially because we reversed back. Broke multiple levels back to the upside, as we can see, right? Because we had these levels being treated as resistance. We blew them. This resistance level got turned back into support, even with this rejection. It still maintains lower support and push back up. So if we can maintain 46,450 as support, and we can come back up to 46 on 590. That's a good buy setup. But for the uptrend to come back into play, we're going to need to hold this level back as support. Also break back above this level, hold it as support. So I do like this setup right here. So I'm mainly going to be paying attention to this and GU to that. Gold, if we see some retracements, I'm definitely leaning towards GU, another GU sell. If we can hold this low as resistance again. Again, this would have been a nice one to take, but we're going to look for this one right here. I already know the drill. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we get any charts, drop them in the chat. Make sure to like the live as you hop up here. Subscribe already. We're almost at 4,000 subscribers. We can get to that easily. So we're going. What's going on, Fred? Yeah, Yeah, but like I said, I'm not even going to touch GJ because it's still in reversal territory. I'm just watching to see if the bullish momentum is going to come back into play or if it's going to try to fill that gap there, right? So I'm not going to really mess with it. You don't want to go for anything and everything. You want to go for strictly A plus high quality setups. Nice first. Let's see how we react to that level. Because we're testing this level. Let's see what this next 5 and 15 looks like. We did hit TP1 and then we rejected. We're definitely going to need a break pass this high right here. Some volume pick up. So I'm just watching these two right here. This will be the same sales that we took Monday and then Monday night. Because again, if we're in a downtrend, we're going to continue to look for sales. You guys got any questions? Drop them in the chat. When we charge, drop them in the chat. But you already know the drill. We're just chilling, patiently waiting. You know what time it is. So we just hit the zone. Again, look how price reacted as soon as it touched the level. This is exactly why we want to wait to see it back into a resistance. This is exactly why we enter and exit off these levels. New 5 minute just popped up. Those just joined the stream. We have not entered this trade yet. This is the trade idea. Make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal from Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link. Check it out for yourselves. As far as how we're doing so far this week, we started off Monday with a nice, well, let's go to Monday first. How it helps, right? We started off Monday with a nice GU sell. Got a nice 1 and 1 and 2. Got 25 pips. And then y'all can tell I just got my bed. And then yesterday, last night, well, not last night, yesterday night, how the fuck, Tuesday morning, right? We caught this nice GU sell continuation to the downside because again, I don't really like to hold and play ring around the road. I know some people will like see them in hella profit at a 1 and 1, 1 to 2, but the final TV doesn't get hit, they're going to hold it so the TV gets hit. I don't like to do that. I am a pro believer of moving S1 profit and looking for a possible re-entry if it was there, right? So the signal I took, three position, I took one position when we took that trade live on Monday, then I took another position New York session, that got whipped out, and then I took another position Tokyo session, and then this was like, okay, I'm gonna hold for a full move now. So even I'm gonna give you some more game. And the reason why I held for full move during Tokyo session was one, because I already made a 1 to 1 twice. So even if my stop loss got hit, one of these trades is going to cancel that loss, right? But on the pro side, if all the TPs get hit or surpassed, not only did I make extra money twice in the same trade, now I just made a big ass bag as well. All right, so that's enough for your game for this. I ended up being a nice 1 to 5. And then we took a gold trade live yesterday, got a nice 1 to 2, and then it repeated the same move 9:30, and I got another nice 1 to 2. Could have kept holding, but I was happy with my profit, so I just closed. But as you can see, the price continued to push up. later on last night. So we're going to just let gold do its thing right now. Again, you don't want to trade when it's at all-time highs. You want to wait for a retracement, then ride the wave back up, like we've been doing NAS, US30, and gold literally the past few months. Right? Yeah, we're not going off sells. We're entering into buys. We let price retrace into buys. Let price retrace into buys. Right? That's all you want to do. So NAS is still retesting this level right here. But I like the market structure in US30 better than NAS, which is why I went for a US30 buy over NAS. They're doing kind of the same thing on the smaller time frame, but the market structure I like a little bit better on US30. Again, we just hit TP1 earlier on US30, but we're doing our retest right now currently. We already broke down the situation with US30 and what we're looking for. So if you're a little bit late to the party, just rewind to the beginning of the live stream. But yeah, so right now, the main things we're paying attention to right now and possibly going into New York session is US30 NAS100. Gold, if we see some retracements. The main priority is G very closely to try to catch this next lower low. Right, because we caught the lower low. Last week we caught the lower low. The last lower low. We caught this one as well. So now we're about to look to see if we can catch this next one. Right, we caught it, but you see it rejected that low. Right, like I said, we need to hold this level as resistance. We hold this on Monday. So right now, we're attempting to hold this resistance, which is a good sign. So that just brings us one step closer to seeing this one possibly happen. But the ice close underneath this level. We can go underneath this level of traffic right here. We can see the downtrend coming into play and some nice smooth lower lows. So that's what I'm looking for right here. U15 is about to pop up. You see we can break below and hold 33.40 as resistance. If we can hold 33.40 as resistance, we're looking for sales going down to 33.15. That is the game plan right here. Let's get that up the screen. We got prices reacting to this level. So again, we're just chilling, patient, waiting. It's just a patience game. You know what your game plan is. So you just gotta wait for your confirmations to be met and for volume to pick up. So NAS ended up rejecting this level. Again, we hit TP1 on US30, then we rejected. We're still holding this level as support though. And again, we are going to need a little bit of volume to break through this and for the bullish move to come back into play, because if we reject this level again, we're going to play ring around the rosy. let's see guys continue to push it. Again, we got nothing going on, so it's just waiting for volume and confirmations to be met. We do got some news possibly tomorrow. Right, 'cause I think the government's still shut down, so things are still like, especially like the important events that we're supposed to have first of October. We never had. So we're going to look at who's president, but we still been getting that settles, right? So I just count out, knock out all the outside setup, setups, and right, the thing called budget, it's just fit. Right, the government's been shut down. But, setup, sure. So, let's see what this next 5 minute does for us, bro. All right. So NAS is pushing back up. US30 is pushing back up as well. Gold's still flying. We put GJ back on. Like I said, I'm not really trading GJ, but I still like to keep an eye on what's happening. This is y'all to see what's going on as well, so that was no, I'm not trading. Right, so GJ is what I like to call reversal territory. Right, so obviously 2 weeks ago, well, let's not even go to 2 weeks ago. Let's go to last quarter. We was in Chop City all July. August 1st, we had news, we had a reversal. Just for price to fail to hold that level as resistance, it sent us back into Chop City for a whole another month. As you see with this arm of this. In September, we attempted to break out of the choppiness, but then we got sucked back into it, as you can see. And as you can see, after Friday, October 3rd, the Sunday market open happened, we had a gap to break us out of that. So the conditions, it was so choppy that they had to use a big ass gap in market manipulation to get us out of this area, which is ridiculous, right? So after that, we went for buys. We rode the wave up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, caught a small buy on Friday, right? You can see here, Friday we had a big retracement. With Monday, if Monday we would have pushed back up, we could have saw a higher high. But as you can see, Monday price was consolidating. We did do a small move Monday night that I did catch. But then after that, as you can see, rejected that level, we went through this level, and then treated some as resistance or consolidating. So right now, I'm not really going to trade this unless we're going to go back into the bullish scenario. So that's why I'm not really trading. Shitty setups. Right? You want to go for A plus, high probability, high quality setup. So even if I was to find a trade idea, a trade setup, which I could if I really wanted to, it wouldn't be an A plus setup. So that's why I'm not really concerning myself with. Again, y'all, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When we look at your charts, drop them in the chat. We'll be holding this to the rest of it. And then I'm waiting to see if GMU is going to break this level. If it doesn't do it, London session, I see this happening in the New York session. We just need to maintain 3370 as resistance, but I want to see us break back down below 3340 as resistance. But again, we're just waiting. We're not going to jump the gun until price pulls the level as resistance. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is again why I don't break out trade or tap trade. Because imagine if we would have got excited and phone mode here and wait for this sell just because price broke this level. There would be another person talking about, oh, the stop loss hunting us and all this other shit, right? This is why, again, I am anti breakout trading and pro break and retest, right? Because, again, if you go with the flow of price and then on top of that, you wait for the break and retest and to buys off support, sells off resistance, you're going to give yourself the highest likelihood of the trade going in your favor. We got a new 15 that just popped up, so let's see what we got going on here. Let's see what we got going on. US30 still hugging this level. So we're just going to hold that to SRT. And again, we're going to be waiting to see if G can break this up. If it doesn't do it on this session, we'll see if we can go for its New York session. I'm not looking for buys anytime soon on GU. I would not look for buys unless we break back above the whole 3,400, 3,405 as support. We're maintaining a stay on here. We're looking for sales because we're in a downtrend. We only go for sales in a downtrend. We only go for buys in the uptrend. Make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok, y'all. Y'all see that scrolling at the bottom of y'all screens. Instagram, clinic_weight, TikTok _clinic_weight_. Please pages got some reposts on there for y'all today as well. Uh, is US30 looking okay? Did you just hop back in here? You've been here since the beginning. Nothing's really changed. The situation is still the same. Again, do not take a trade if you're not confident in the setup and you're scared of drawdown, right? Every trade you take, every trade I take, I should say I'm 100% confident. If you're not confident in the trade, do not take it. You should only take trades you're confident in because if you're not confident in the setup, as soon as you see a little bit of drawdown, you're going to shit yourself, right? You always want to hold to SL or TPS. Again, you're a member, so what you need to do, if you haven't already, is you need to, whether you're in Playmaker University or whether you're in Plymouth University or Advanced Place Sitting Room. All right, let me go to it because there's a bunch of pin messages. So I'm not trying to show everything that's in the channel because you got to be in the channel to see everything. All right, but one of the pin messages is the group chat. So give me 1 second. Let me get the group chat link. There it is. Right. So in the advanced place sitting room, there's group chat rules. Make sure you read the group chat rules, but it's the group chat link. Click the group chat link. When you click the group chat link, it's going to go to the group chat, right? And then go to pin message, and it's going to go over how to calculate the lot size. For every trade you take, you should be risking exactly what you want to risk. You're risking different amounts every single trade. You're risking the same amount every single trade. Now, obviously, for the people side, it's going to be a little bit different because y'all don't go off lot sizes, y'all go off the contract sizes, micros, minis, all that other stuff. But it's the same shit, just a different format, right? All you got to do is do what I said in that video, and then you'll be able to calculate your lot size. That's how I'm able to go from US30 to NAS100, NAS100 to gold to GBPJPY. But I'm making the same amount every single trade because I'm calculating my lot size. I'm not putting the same lot size that I'm putting on US30 on GU, right? I'm not going to put the same lot size I put on GU on US30. You get what I'm saying? So, and I can show a perfect example of why you don't want to do that, right? That's why I really like when people we see online they have those lot size keys. You need to make your own lot size key. You know how they're like, oh yeah, $500, use this lot size, or you trade gold, use this lot size. Like that's not smart. It's not smart. And I'll just show you right now why that's not smart. Um, And how's US30 doing? It's doing the same thing right again. So we can maintain 46,450 as support. We're looking for buys. We've been retracing, but you can see we've been chilling at this level, right? Like we haven't even got into the red yet. That's why like there's no reason to even panic or nothing yet. And then also doing the live stream. If y'all notice, right? I want y'all to go to Monday's live stream, go to yesterday's live stream, go to Friday's live stream, go to Wednesday's live stream last week. And the reason why I'm saying those, again, go to Monday's live stream this week, go to yesterday's live stream, go to last week on Friday's live stream, and go to last week on Wednesday's live stream. The reason why I'm saying go to those live streams is because we took trades live on those days. And every time I take a trade, what do I do? The same thing I did with US30. I break down why my bias is buys or sells, but I also break down what needs to happen for this trade to play out, and also what needs to happen for the chart or the pair to go the opposite direction. Right. So before you take any trade, you should know the pros and cons, all the possibilities that price can do from where you enter at, which is also exactly what we'll be doing during the TikTok lives, right? That's the whole point of the TikTok lives. I'm like, from this point, we know all the possible scenarios that price can make. So once you understand all the possible scenarios, that's when you weigh your options and you're like, okay, does this make sense to go for buys or sells, or does it make sense to not trade this at all? You get what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, so let me show you why you don't want to put the same lot size or contract size for everything, right? So let's say we took 3 trades. Let's say the first trade was a 25 pip stop loss. Let's say the second trade was a 50 pip stop loss, right? And then let's say the third trade was a 100 pip stop loss. And let's say we put a standard lot size for all 3 trades, right? And let's say the worst case scenario happens and we hit stop loss on all 3 trades. Am I going to lose the same amount on all 3 trades? No, right? I'm going to lose way more on the 100 pip stop loss than I did with the 50 pip stop loss. I'm going to lose way more on the 50 pip stop loss than I did with the 25 pip stop loss, right? So that's why, again, it's important to calculate your lot size, things like that. And then you're also in the Fraser, also in the signal. So if I call it signal, the best thing to do does not just take the trade, right? Do not just take this. If you join my signal room, do not just take my trades. Okay. I want you see the entry, you see the SL, you see the TP. So you need to do exactly what you see I do, right? You see I have my entry, you see I have the SL, you see I have the TP, right? So literally, it's the same thing you need to do. You need to have your entry SLTP so you can watch the chart and see how the trade's playing out, right? Because again, if you're just looking at your broker and looking at the red or green number flickering back and forth, that's not going to give you any information. And I know that because that's what I used to do, right? I used to immediately, as soon as I enter a trade, look at my MT4, MT5. Well, I didn't even use MT5 back then, I used MT4, right? I used to look right at my MT4 account. And if you don't know, as soon as you enter a trade, you're going to be automatically in drawdown because of spread and charges, right? So looking at that's not going to really help. You should only be really looking at your P&L when TPs get hit. You shouldn't really be looking at it when you're entering a trade or you know you're still at your entry point, right? Because again, we didn't take a trade based off our broker. We took a trade based off the chart. So the whole time you need to be paying attention to the charts. That's also going to help you keep your emotions in check because on your charts, there is no P&L, right? That's why I purposely do not connect my brokers to TradingView. That way I can focus on what's important, right? Because again, every trade I take, I know how much I'm going to make per trade. I know how much I'm risking per trade. So I don't really need to worry about that shit because not only do I know how much I'm making per trade, how much I'm risking per trade, but I'm okay with what I'm risking per trade. And I'm willing to take that risk. But I also know that even if I lose a trade, one, we're on a 3-week win streak, so one loss is not going to hurt our profits at all, right? But two, I know even if I lose a trade, all it takes is the next trade to cancel out that loss and be back into profit. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm letting US30 do its thing, and I'm just watching GU because I understand what US30 is doing. All right, cool. We're flipping back at entry. Not really too much to worry about. And I'm watching GU so y'all can see how GU is reacting to this level, as well as I know not everybody is going to trade US30 NAS100. I know people trade Forex as well. All right, so that's why I'm like, okay, I know what US30 is doing. All right, cool. And that's why I'm like not looking at it right now because there's no point. It's like little things like that that's going to help you from psyching yourself out and stressing yourself out while you're in the trade. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with GU. We took the GU trade in Monday's live stream. We was in drawdown for a cool minute, right? So let's go to, by the way, y'all make sure to hit that first link in the description. Join the free signal, free Telegram. Y'all see on your screens how we did last month and last quarter. Go ahead and hit that first link to trade off for yourselves. We are currently on a 3 going on 4-week win streak. But let me show you what I'm talking about, right? So that's why I said watch Monday's live stream from this week. Watch Friday's live stream last week. And watch Wednesday's live stream from last week. Obviously, we took trades live Monday and Tuesday last week as well, but those 3 live streams are very important for what we're breaking down and what we're talking about, right? So I'm about to show you, again, what I'm about to pull up is an old signal, okay? Nobody take this setup. This is an old signal. I don't need nobody in my DMs after the live stream talking about I showed this signal and you took it, okay? This is a completely different date, right? This is Monday, right? So if you was in the London session live on Monday, we took this GU setup live, right? This is the 13th, April 13th. You see we entered the 320, right? We was in drawdown for almost an hour, and we was live the whole time in drawdown. Imagine if I over leveraged, wasn't confident in the trade, or I was constantly looking at my P&L. I would have been psyched myself out, especially me 3 years ago, maybe 4 years now, because in years like this first, right? And I wouldn't have even held that trade because I would have been scared of taking a loss. Again, you can't be scared to take a loss. So everybody needs to follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I'll be posting daily game on Instagram and TikTok. Again, I'm not just saying follow me on there, just follow me. I'll be posting daily videos of game. I'll be going to trade psychology. I'll be breaking down charts, all that good stuff. So make sure to check out Instagram and TikTok. I literally made a post like a week or two ago. Let me see if I can find it. I probably posted it on YouTube as well, to be real. Right, but look at US backing profit, right? You know, we still have a little bit of work to do. Let me see if I can find that post. I probably posted it on YouTube, so I just watch the short on YouTube really quick. Let me see if I can find it. If you guys got any questions, drop them in the chat. When you in charge, drop them in the chat. Let's see what I can. Okay, so I guess I did not post it on YouTube. I know I posted it on TikTok and Instagram, so let me find the post really quick. And put it in the chat so y'all can watch the video after the live is over. So I know I made the video. If y'all know, I be posting like hella times a day, so I gotta find it really quick. Oh, here it is. So let me go ahead and download this so I can post it on Instagram and YouTube. So I'm gonna post it on Instagram. So about to copy the link. Let me see if I posted it on Instagram too. Before I do that, I'm gonna be dropping the chat for y'all. All right, so I'll talk about it in this video right here. All right, so make sure to check out that video after the live is over. Let me see right here though. Did I post this on Instagram? I probably did post it on Instagram. Let's see. No, I didn't. So I'm gonna post it on Instagram today. Yeah, so we don't know a lot of stuff. Be late to the party on Instagram and YouTube. If you want like current and recent posts, it's definitely on TikTok first. TikTok's definitely want to see it first. So yeah, I did not post this on Instagram or YouTube. So I'm gonna post that on Instagram and YouTube today. All right, so make sure to check out that video. That video I break that down as well. And look, right now we're back in profit. So imagine if we was freaking out and we closed early, moved our stop loss to break even, et cetera, et cetera. Then when price shot it back in our favor, then we would have been like, damn. Then that's when the FOMO would kick in, and then we would have a shitty position because then we would try to enter here, and then just for price to retrace back. We've all been there, done that, right? We already know the story. We know we read that book many times, right? We know how that story ends. So again, that's why I said you just gotta stay cool, calm, collected, and trust your analysis. But this is also why I always say go for high probability, high quality setups. If I'm going for a high probability, high quality setup, and my stop loss gets hit, I know it's not because I went for the wrong move. It was simply because I found a reversal the one. Right? Every time we take a loss, it's never because we're wrong. It's always because of low volume or reversal. It's never because we trend traded. It's never because we didn't retest, et cetera, et cetera. Um, Give me 1 second. So that's TP2 right there. And just to avoid the spam, I'm not going to spam and say when TP1, TP2 got hit on both the futures and the forex prices. Futures traders, just pay attention. All right, so I put the prices for y'all as well on the chat. And of course, we want to know all the entries, SLs, and the TPs for both the futures and the indices version of US30 and YM. Y'all know what to do. Take advantage of the end of summer sale and use that discount code locked in for 25% off. Let me know if y'all ever holding with me. Let me know if y'all are still holding this with me. Let me know in the chat if y'all still holding this with me. All right, don't tell me I'm holding this by myself, y'all. Let me know who else is holding this with me. And like the live and subscribe, y'all. Share this to your trading buddy. Let them know where the real sauce is at, y'all. It's called the playbook for a reason. I'm clinic away for a reason. All right, win streak continues. But like I said, the reason we're on this win streak is not because we're cocky or confident. I am confident. I'm a little bit cocky. What I mean is, I'm not cocky with my setups, right? I'm not over leveraging or thinking, oh, I just can't miss. The reason why we're on this win streak right now is because, again, I'm very, very, very picky. setups. Very, very, very picky with my setups. Still holding. What's going on, Yasmin? Yeah, so I'd be seeing what y'all be talking about. The futures is a little bit off, but it's still pushing. It's still pushing. It's just a little bit off compared to and like I said, I'm a play around and figure out the best price points to correlate or transfer over or translate over to the future side. That way y'all can still make some money. But again, just pay attention to the market structure what I'm talking about, but also pay attention to what I'm looking at as well. But like I said, I'm gonna get better with y'all futures traders, um, especially because we got a lot more people on the future side. NAS100 is pushing also. Shout out to the futures traders as well, y'all. Shout out to the forex traders, the indices traders. Shout out to the few options traders that watch me as well. And all charts work the same way; they just move a little bit different. But if you can read one chart, you can any chart. You can trade one chart, you can trade any chart. And then we got GU still chilling. So I might try to do this around 6 a.m. or in the session. I'm still looking for sales from GU nonetheless. But again, this is why you don't breakout trade. You want to wait for the break and the retest. US30, we had the break and retest, which is why we went for the buy. GU, we did not have the break and retest, which is why we didn't go for the sell. Right, GU on Monday. Excuse me, on Monday, we had the break and retest, which is why I went for the sell. Gold yesterday, we had the break and retest, which is why I went for the buy. Break and retest, why I went for the buy. And then break and retest, price pushed up. And then this break and retest, price continued to push up. All right, so then this is why I went to breakout trading. Manage if we're willing for a buy here. Waiting for a break and retest here. We're took two losses instead of just patient waiting for the break and retest for them to move to play out. You see what I'm saying? Has done a nice push there as well. So it's that goal. Yeah, so I still got my alert on GU. So I'm still gonna keep an eye on GU though, because we want to catch that open low drop to the downside. So now NAS is passing past US30, but again, the same symbol, we're looking for the same setup on both these charts. So we just hit TP2 on that. We're almost at TP3. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. We're gonna be on for a little bit longer. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When we look at any charts, drop in the chat. Again, nobody should close this trade red. If you're happy with your profits, take your profits. If you're not confident holding still, don't make me hold, make you hold it. All right, but nobody should be closing this trade red. Another winners turn to losers. And I got my SL in profit too, y'all. Again, I'm an advocate for not letting winners turn to losers. So my SL's in profit too. But definitely rewatch this live out because this is another perfect example of, again, trust your analysis, right? Your stop loss is your stop loss for a reason, right? Your stop loss should be placed where price was to break past that level. That's where you was most likely wrong and it's going to go the opposite direction, right? So if I know that's where my stop loss is placed, I know that's where my stop loss is placed, again, I'm not going to leave the trade to my stop loss is hit. On top of that, again, read the pin video in the group chat, learn how to calculate your lot size so that way you're never over leveraging. So that way, even if you do go into drawdown, you can handle the drawdown as well as not risk too much on one trade. Gold's just pumping. Gold's been moving so smooth lately. Not to say gold don't be moving smooth because, like I said, we've been trading gold since the very beginning of time. As you can see, 2024, but we can go even further. 2020, well, that's still 2024, right? But it's 2023. We've been trading gold for a minute, right? I think my first $100 on gold, I say it all the time, I'm never going to not trade gold, but at the same time, I'm not going to force setups, right? So, I mean, it's a setup, it is what it is, but again, we've been trading gold for a very long time, riding these waves up and down for a very long time. But the past couple of months, it's just been fucking easy. It's been too fucking easy. Look at this. It's too fucking easy, yo. So, and again, this is why you just go with the flow of price. Imagine trying to go for sales when we're all time highs. Like, imagine trying to go for sales when we're making higher highs for all time highs. Like, that makes no sense. Again, just continue to go with the flow of price. Just continue to go with the flow of price. I don't know why these brothers are marked up here. Keep this. Give me my two alerts that. Just look at this market structure. Like, nothing's showing sales. Nothing's showing sales. And like I say, ignore everything you hear. It was just use simple logic. What moves are up and up? What's the bigger move in the uptrend? The move up or the move down? Looks like the move up. Looks like the move up. Looks like the move up. So why try to go for the small move instead of just wait for the retracement to go for the bigger move? That's why a lot of people are getting fucked up, and why people do this thing called fake outs, liquidity halves, and stop loss hunting. Like, these motherfuckers are not worried about your 5K account. Not worried about your 5K account and your stop loss. You're not sitting at a round table saying, "Oh, they just took a position. Where did they take a position? Okay, let's stop them out. Yes, good job. Yes, we fucked their day up." No, that's not what's fucking happening. The reason why y'all get faked down, your liquidity gets swept is because y'all fall for debate, or you get excited and you see a juicy candlestick go one way and you think that's where you need to be, right? Or you see a move like this happen, you're like, damn, I just missed that move. So the next level, I'm going for a trade. But again, that's why we wait for the confirmations. Imagine we would have phone would have went for a sell here. We would have took a unnecessary loss for no reason. You see what I'm saying? We're gonna be on for a little bit longer, y'all. If you guys got any questions, drop in the chat. When looking at the chart, drop in the chat. But we're gonna be on for a little bit longer. Uh, I just answered your question perfect. I'm still gonna read it though. I got you. If I answered it perfect, we'll still see what you said. You said when you make an announcement that no one should be closing red. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah. Yeah, so again, like I'll tell y'all my entry, I'll tell you the TPs and the SL, but I'm never going to tell y'all when to close, how to adjust your SL and things like that, right? That's something you have to do on your own, right? That's why also why I don't trade other people's accounts. If I was gonna do all that, I might as well accept all the people that are in my DMs asking me to trade for them, right? I want to do, and that's why it's called the advanced play signal because I'm not like these other signals where I just call a signal and then leave you out to fend for yourselves. As y'all know, I explain things in detail. I do updates throughout the day with price points. I give you a bunch of other projections besides the signals we take. We have live streams. Like we do a lot more than signals. And that's because I want y'all to see the method to the madness, but also learn how this trading shit works, but also fish for yourself. Because again, that's the beautiful thing about trading. I made a video that's probably gonna be dropping, if not already, on Instagram later on today on Instagram and on YouTube. Right? Everything in trading is your fault. Everything in trading is your fault. You win, that's your fault. You lose, that's your fault. Right? And I say this a lot with the members live streams. I'm like, y'all cannot look me in the eye and tell me that now at least 3 times before your stop loss got hit, especially if y'all was in profit, that y'all didn't think, okay, prices retracing right now, the volume's slowing down. Should I hold? Should I close? I'm gonna keep holding. Right? You make the decision to keep holding, but then you regret or get upset with that decision when it doesn't play out in your favor. But that's why the same thing with US30, I acknowledged all the possible scenarios price can make, and I weighed the pros and cons, and I decided that the risk was worth it, and also that I have a higher probability going for buys and sells, right? So that's why again I wasn't tripping with the drawdown and stuff like that. But one thing I will do though is when the final CP gets hit, I will say move S on profit or close. But as a trader, you have to learn how the markets work and also know what your trading plan is and what you're willing to risk and what not to risk, right? Some people are bigger risk takers than me, right? But I'm a pro advocate of not letting winners turn to losers, and I'm okay with getting wicked out early because when that volume comes, that volume is going to come, right? And I much rather have get wicked out when price retraces than not get wicked out and then react my entry or back in drawdown, and now I'm shitting myself, and I'm like, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, and now I'm praying on and crossing my fingers, hoping I go back into profit. I'd rather not do that to myself. I'd rather make some money. If I get whipped out, cool, look for another re-entry or look for another setup or just take the win. You know what I'm saying? But that's what keeps you in the game longer also, right? Especially if you don't got proper risk management and you're not doing what I tell you to do in the pin video in the group chat. This was going to help you keep in the game longer, right? Is protecting your capital and not letting winners turn to losers and things like that. Let's go right to my SL is in profit right now, so even if it does reject, I'm gonna make some money and look for possible re-entry. But I'm not losing this trade. I'm not gonna be closing this trade, right? That is a fact. Again, we're gonna need to break through this right here and break back above 46.80, 46.90 as support for the uptrend to come back into play. Because we had a big ass reversal take place Friday, and then we had a rejection. Price reversed back up yesterday, which is why we're going for buys, right? Because we went for sells yesterday, but as you can see, price reversed back up into the bullish momentum, which is why we're looking for buys again. Right? But the sell setups from yesterday did play out. If y'all was in yesterday's live stream, NAS100 did the sell move 3 different times, right? Did the initial drop here, and then did this drop, and then it moved to that level, right? And then also broke and did a nice drop 930 open at this level we talked about as well. But then after all that, as you can see, that's when price reversed back up, right? But still didn't move was looking for yesterday. I should have kept this dude's comment, but I deleted it because I didn't feel like going back and forth with the dude. But like it was under one of my posts. I should have kept this comment, but I didn't want to do it because TikTok is a little bit more sensitive. For some reason, when I clap back on people, either they report me or I don't fucking know. But it's like people can say stuff under my comments. So if I clap back, then my account gets hurt. So I was like, I'm not even going to do it today because I've been doing good with my account. I'm not trying to lose this account. But basically, I was making a video going over how to understand what the markets are doing and how to predict the markets, right? Like what we do every single day on live. And, I was breaking it down to the T. I broke it down to the T, and then the dude was like, don't try to predict the markets. Just do what the markets are doing or do what you think they're going to do. I was like, do you not hear what the fuck you're saying? That's how you fall for fake outs and liquidity sweeps, right? If I wasn't predicting the markets or understanding the market's behavior and I was doing what price was doing, we would have took a loss right here. You see what I'm saying? So like, you have to understand, like I'm telling you, once you understand how the charts work, it's very easy to understand what price is going to most likely be at. Right, that's how we're able to get projections, not just for what we see happening during the London session, New York session, right? Again, I was saying I was looking for sales here, and then we're going to be looking for sales down here. What did price do? Did it do this sell during London session? No, it did it during 9:30 open New York session, right? So again, if I wasn't able to understand the charts well and predict the markets, how was I able to tell you the exact price points to look for sales at on NAS100 and US30 yesterday, right? If I'm not able to predict the markets, how am I able to take trades before news and have the news play out in my favor and tell y'all how the news is going to play out hours before the news? How am I able to, at the beginning of the week, drop a Sunday chart analysis and have most of the charts go exactly as projected Monday through Friday, right? So then a lot of stuff online um, is bad information, right? So a lot of stuff, even the stuff I say, don't just take what I say for face value, right? That's why I do these live streams, make videos, so y'all can see what I'm talking about, understand what I'm saying, but also see how it makes sense, right? So a lot of stuff online, you gotta be like, okay, does this make any sense? And a lot of times, especially in the trading space, you'll realize a lot of shit don't make any sense. Right, like there's this thing now where people are trying to tell everybody that technical analysis doesn't work. I'm like, how the hell are you going to say technical analysis? It doesn't make any fucking sense. That's like saying you might as well not even look at the charts because the charts aren't giving you no information. You know what I'm saying? Again, trading is very, very, very simple. People just overcomplicate it. But trading is very, 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 very simple. We got a new 5 minute about to pop up. G was still teasing us, but again, I'm not going for the sell unless we can break and hold 3340 as resistance. US30 did a little bit of retracement. Again, we're gonna need some volume to break through this level right here. We're gonna need some volume. Now, same thing. If we can maintain 24,750 as support, we're gonna look for buys going to 24,840. All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and hop off here. Shout out to everybody in the live. Shout out to everybody in the live since the beginning. Shout out to everybody in the live since y'all joined. So we do have retraces going on with US30 NAS100. And I told y'all what we're looking for the projections for today. Again, there is no high impact news, so we're simply waiting for volume and our confirmations to that. If you don't want to contact me directly, you already know what to do. DM me on Instagram, Telegram, or TikTok, or respond to all messages. Make sure to take advantage of the end of summer sale, 25% off the Advanced Play Room and one-on-one sessions. Use discount code. Where is it at? I posted it yesterday. Use discount code locked in. And then 40% off Plymouth University. Use discount code playbook. All right, y'all. We got some new posts lined up for y'all today. Make sure to be on the lookout for that and have y'all's noties on. And we'll be back at the same time tomorrow. London session 3 a.m. EST.